What? You're going to start working again in retirement? Hold on a second. You're not going down to Walmart because you have to. Some people actually go down to Walmart and do that job because they want to. I think about one of my favorite clients. You're not supposed to have favorites, I know that, but it's life, it's the truth. I do have favorites. And literally plays golf in retirement and then took part-time job. Not because he has to, because he chose to. Why did he choose to? He said, Mark, I've been married for over 40 years and I want to stay that way. What? What does that mean? Well, what it means is, remember, he lived his life working while his lovely wife was taking care of the family and the house and domestic engineer, whatever they called it back then. And then they retire and they find they have so much time together, it's not always maybe the best, and they kind of want life back like the way it was for 40 years. So he chooses to go play golf. He said his back's not capable of playing 7 days a week, so he got a part-time job and is just loving it. And then when he's with his wife, they have the best times ever. And so that works for him. But what I want to explore today is this idea of a side hustle. So I'm going to give you some real examples of people that have turned retirement into some of the best times of their lives with their side hustle. So here's an example of one that I absolutely love. Now this one was interesting because they had been a client for a long time and the wife retired before the husband. So she retired and she started a business, and you say started a business? Oh yeah, she started a business, and here's what it is. She goes to yard sales and she really was into vintage t-shirts, the old rock and roll days, the hippie days, all that fun stuff. And she started going to yard sales and specializing in old clothes, but especially logoed t-shirts. And then she would resell them on where? Facebook Marketplace and all the other places that's available to sell vintage items like this. So then what happened was, in doing this, she actually started finding that she was making some serious money. I mean, it was really growing well. So her husband ended up retiring 3 years earlier than our retirement plan had them doing, and they certainly had enough money. They had a very confident financial future. And again, that starts with actually having a retirement plan. But here's what happened. I remember it was so cool. They ended up buying an RV and a small, I think it's maybe a 12, 14-foot trailer that they tow behind it, and they hit the road. They literally go into the towns they want to visit. They show up. They look prior to going where the yard sales are going to be. And what they've decided to do now, and this has taken a little time to get this plan down, but they show up early at a yard sale and they look at what they have before it's actually almost even opened, and they make a cash offer on everything. Yep, they buy it all. Then they load it in the trailer and hit the road to the next beach destination. When they arrive, when they camp at night, they go through all the items, deciding what they're going to list and sell on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all the things, and then what they're going to donate or get rid of. So then they do that. They start the listings. So imagine driving down the road in the RV. They've got the satellite, the Starlink hooked up with Elon, and she's listing all the items while the husband's driving. They arrive at the next destination, of course, drop by, ship it, send out all the items they've sold, and do it again. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is a real business, and they're making real money, and they're writing off the RV. They're writing off their retirement journeys that they're having so much fun on, the meals, everything they're doing is they travel the United States. Craziest thing ever, they're making more money in retirement than they ever made in their working years, selling and repurposing somebody's junk. Imagine that. There are so many ways to do retirement. It's not one way, it's your way. After all, it's your money. Don't you deserve a confident financial future? One that can include doing crazy stuff like traveling the world in an RV and selling junk and making money and having the time of your life. Retirement can be just like that. It starts with opening your mind and having a confident financial future with a written income plan. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button if you like this content so I can keep providing more for you. And you can always go to alloyriskquiz.com. That's alloyriskquiz.com to see if you're headed toward a confident financial future.